points lower compared to last year's ranking due to reports of red tagging
and unresolved cases of killing of journalists and the president's personal attacks against the media.
May mga armas ang Pangulo para gamitin. Sa anilay total war laban sa mga mamamahayag.
People pay attention to different issues in the Philippines, like the RH law, poverty, and the discrimination against LGBTQ+ community. But not everyone knows about press freedom and its effect on responsible journalism. So allow me to address and discuss this specific matter. To 2022 presidential candidate Lenny Robredo, I would highly appreciate it if you would dedicate some of your precious minutes in listening to my advocacy. I know that you believe in the power of free press when it comes to battling disinformation and standing up for the truth, and so do I. That's why I am here today, advocating for what I believe is necessary for democracy and for the Filipino citizens to become aware of what is happening in our country and society. As a campus journalist myself, I can see the importance of free press. If it wasn't for the media, information would not reach a lot of people from all over the world. The press and the media made it possible that we, as individuals, are always knowledgeable and informed, which allows us to make wise decisions and choices in life. However, journalists go through a lot in fulfilling their duties. The Philippines ranked 138 out of 180 in World Press Freedom Index and ranked 3rd in most journalists killed in the year 2020. Just last year, media workers and news organizations experienced red tagging, oppression, and censorship. Journalists in the country aren't as protected as they should be. There are no laws restricting them from publishing articles, but the problem is what happens after. Journalists face threats, murder, and libel suits just like Maria Reza, the CEO of Rappler. Bringing light to the truth doesn't have to be this dangerous to journalists. Calling out what's wrong and reporting it to the public does not make them criminals. That's why there should be a law that ensures the safety of our journalists, because we rely on them to provide news and information to us. Their roles are far more than just writing and publishing articles, as they are the ones who seek, monitor, and share ideas, comments, and opinions that allows them to be heard by everyone, especially by the government and the public. As we all know, media serves as the fourth branch of the government. It is necessary for democracy so that we can be more politically aware of the situation and make informed choices during elections, which is the main focus of democracy itself. The media watches and verifies information and disseminates it to the public to uncover the issues that may concern the citizens. However, due to the rapid increase of usage in social media, this information has also spread widely across those online platforms. And those credible sources of news and information are being disregarded and overlooked because of the amount of fake news that circulates on the internet. Fake news sites are an issue because they may get a lot of traction online and convince people to accept such blatant lies regarding different topics or discussions. The government itself could use it to silence those who criticize the works of the government, ruin the reputation of their political opponents, or use it to create conflict and chaos amongst the public, just like what happened in President Duterte's campaign back in 2016 about the fake community groups and fake stories about drug cartels. Without responsible journalism and fact-checking, this is what we are going to deal with. In fact, I believe that we are already dealing with this. There is a plethora of fake news online, but we cannot become a victim of those false content. The citizens may not have the complete control over the rapid escalation of fake news, but we can work together to combat it by promoting news literacy, which allows individuals to critically assess and evaluate the reliability and trustworthiness of the sources of information that is presented to them, and by choosing to only believe news that comes from reputable news outlets like Rappler, Inquirer, and Manila Bulletin. It isn't enough that we're only doing this by ourselves, as we should also encourage other people to do the same so our collective efforts can have a substantial impact in creating change. If this could be promoted and supported by someone who believes in the same advocacy as I do, it would reach a bigger population, thus creating a bigger influence in changing journalism for the better, promoting press freedom, and battling disinformation. Again, to our 2022 presidential candidate Lenny Robredo, it would really mean a lot not just to me but to every aspiring journalist in the country if you would adopt this advocacy and let it be a part of your key goals and platforms to pay attention to in the future. A safer yet free and reliable journalism is the change that I want to see in the Philippines. I want to see a society where journalists don't have to fear for their lives as they broadcast and disseminate news throughout the country. I want to see that there is a law that protects them from being harassed or criminalized because of the truth that they uncover to the public. And I would want to see those credible news organizations to be the main source of information online. I am sure that I am not the only one who sees these kind of changes in our society. I know that you do too. 2022 presidential candidate Lenny Robredo. I really hope that this advocacy of mine is worthy enough to pique your interest so that we can all witness and improve and better journalism here in the Philippines. Thank you so much for your time.